But on to my question here for the Secretary, Secretary Lew. As you know, the U.S. and EU are currently engaged in trade talks as part of the TTIP negotiations. And with regard to banking and securities regulation, the EU has put forth a limited but reasonable proposal to strengthen U.S.-EU regulatory cooperation and to create a more results-driven dialogue that avoids market disruption and regulatory fragmentation. It is focused on consistency of regulation, limiting extraterritorial impact, and laying the foundation for recognition where appropriate. So the EU has made this a top priority. Do you not believe that enhancing this dialogue is an important objective and could lead to a high-standard, comprehensive regulatory regime?
Congressman, I believe that both TTIP and TPP are very important trade negotiations, and I've spent a great deal of time working with my counterparts on the aspects of those trade negotiations that fall in my area. I do think there are challenges in TTIP, particularly with regard to financial services, that we've not yet reached an agreement on.
Right, but this would be a way to get there. I mean, if you feel that financial services regulatory issues being part of TTIP discussions would be important, this would be a way to bridge that.
Well, my view is that to the extent that the question is should financial regulatory standards, prudential standards be subject to a trade negotiation, the answer there, I believe, has to be no. We can't be in a place where we're subjecting our financial regulatory standards to trade remedies. We have to regulate to make sure we have a sound financial system and drive through the G20 and other bodies to have the international standards reflect our high standards. I think competition in the marketplace for financial service companies ought to be part of a discussion, and we ought to have open access subject to our national authority.
Well, here's a point. The Wall Street Journal article recently in which acting CFTC Chair Mark Wetchen takes issue with the process and policy of the CFTC cross-border guidance. Here's his quote. "I don't think that was the right decision. If you have equally comparable, comprehensive regulations in Europe, as an example, then what's the reason? Why we wouldn't allow for substituted compliance in that situation?" I mean, there's the question. If you can have that dialogue in order to substantiate that. And the second would be an article, I'm going to quote here, "Transatlantic swap liquidity split persists," which highlights two polls that show concrete evidence that, quote, "regulators have failed in their attempts to tackle a liquidity split by two swap market reforms in Europe and the United States." Now, the administration has pointed to the current regulatory dialogue. The financial management regulatory dialogue is an appropriate forum. But what success has that produced? It hasn't in terms of regulatory cooperation and consistency. So I think you've got an opportunity here. Many of the challenges we've seen today, uncertainty, market disruptions, which we talked about, these could be avoided if we go down the road of this dialogue.
Mr. Chairman, if I may just very briefly respond. I think that in the area of substitute and compliance, we have made a good deal of progress, but the challenge is what is true comparability. And that is something that I believe is being worked through in the derivatives area with the CFTC and their counterparts, both in Europe and in Asia. And if it's true substituted compliance on a basis of comparable standards, that is one thing. I just don't believe that a trade context is the appropriate place to resolve those matters.
Time of the gentleman has expired. The chair now